So I've been working on this thing. Well, I've been watching a lot of Wes Anderson, which unfortunately Luke won't let me talk about today. It's a big sad.
There's always we did 2 episodes on Wes Anderson so
But I
far.
want to do
Okay.
like a collection. Like
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
not an
Definitely.
exaggeration when I say I've watched hours of his interviews.
I don't blame you. Being obsessed with a director is great.
What I did is I printed out a screenplay from him, the Darjeeling Limited, and I've been making notes. And I want you to at some point read through it and make your own notes. I want to see what you notice and whatnot. But
What scene?
I've just been making notes on how he's writing it. I think is a big part.
Wow. You're going way above and beyond.
Well,
I gotta lock in for
no,
some
no,
of
no.
this.
Here's the thing.
Oh no.
So watching Wes Anderson has rekindled, I think, a cinematic fire within me, and I just want to watch all of his movies. But I've been watching all of his interviews, and all the things that he's talking about is like, I can do that.
Oh no.
I mean, I feel like all of my favorite directors have had similar beginnings. So obviously Tarantino,
Yep.
Wes Anderson, and Damien Chazelle. They start with making like a short film of the movie that they want to make.
Mm-hmm.
They show it at a festival. They get funding. Then they make the movie. And Wes Anderson, I mean, Bottle Rockets like kind of failed. Only like 9 people stayed for the actual screening of it.
Really?
Yeah. But I think if any man can do it, I could do it. So I have a lot of ideas for a screenplay that I want to write. So I've been like taking notes, just seeing how he writes, and I think it would be fun to collab and work on the project together.
The idea that we have of something?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a lot of different
Yeah.
things. I'll give you homework if you want.
I got stuff to watch. No.
I need you to watch Coffee Town.
Yeah, I
Because
still
a
need to get
big-
to that. Yeah.
Big part of this movie that I want to write is part of that.
Okay.
So my idea is, should I talk about it? You want a little bit of I want to make like a movie, right? And I feel like I'd be a decent director because in my head I have all these ideas of how I want it to be. Like I already have the pictures in my head, and I feel like how I write stories as well. It's very cinematic. Like I focus a lot on setting. and
Yeah,
people
rather
talking.
than dialogue.
Well, dialogue is a big part of it.
Okay.
We got to go Tarantino style.
Yeah, there's a project I want to work on that's gonna be insane if I actually lock in for it. But topic for a time when it's actually complete, because I don't want the 2 viewers that listen to us to copy and paste what we yap about and make their own thing before us, and then
Well, here's some
We get
elements
screwed
that
over.
I want to combine. So one, I want it to be like a coming of age story in
Okay.
a sense.
Yeah.
Some romance, but I want it to be realistic.
yeah,
not
not over the
exaggerated.
top, not stupid like
But like a sweet
Yeah.
kind of like inspirations from like Baby Driver, like that whole relationship.
yeah.
I think that's done very well and it's realistic.
Yeah.
So definitely would take some of that element. I want it to be about a family dysfunction as well. So I've written some characters and I have like kind of a different relationship with each of them in mind. Just how they interact, like the family, how they interact with each other. And I want to explore that. There's a couple scenes I have in my head that like I've written down.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
really fun. I realize like I think I have all these ideas for scenes, but the plot is going to be the biggest challenge, like tying the thread that ties all of them together. So I think that's also a big part of why I'm reading this. Just something I've noticed, and you haven't even seen the Darjeeling Limited, and I don't know how to say it correctly, but you should watch that. But there's a thing how they progress the plot where it's like he just smokes a cigarette and he goes out the train and he's smoking outside the window and he sees the girl, and it's just like that moment stands out to me. And that's funny, we could talk about the Darjeeling Limited
Yep.
later.
Yep.
But just like how that plot progression, and also I want it to, this idea that I have, I want it to be like a workplace comedy kind of thing,
Kind of like Office Space.
kind of like
The
Office Space,
Office.
a lot like Coffee Town.
Okay.
I have like just right now I have a bunch of ideas.
Okay.
But I'm trying to like mimic Wes Anderson's like how he writes, and so how he writes is with people. He's never written like anything by himself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cool. So that's that.
So that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today.
No, it doesn't.
Welcome back to the green room.
But it's very exciting.
We forgot the intro. You know what's funny?
I feel like you're not wearing any of the merch.
I'm not wearing any of the merch. I'm set. Does this count? Does this count right here?
Is that for Landon?
This is for Landon.
Nice.
Because it was for me, but I already have another hoodie, so it doesn't matter. I forget what episode we're on. I can check right quick.
23 or 24? 24, I think.
25. I think we're.
Heyo.
Okay, this is funny because for the viewers, you can just look and be like, look at these Nimrods.
Yeah, you're totally wrong.
Yeah.
These cinephiles.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we need like a good intro every single time we do this though, because we have introduced ourselves in the first episode and that's it. People can hop in this episode like, who are these guys?
Why? What credits them to talk about movies?
Yeah. This is number 25.
Yeah,
it's crazy. This is crazy.
It's kind of hard to believe that 25 weeks have gone by, and I think like, oh, it hasn't been that long, and then it's like, well, it has been that long.
Yeah.
And we're not very consistent either.
Yeah. Well, we've been consistent with uploads. We just
uploads.
haven't with meeting up because you know stuff happens. I mean, Easter's coming up. That's gonna be something we have to figure out if it works on a certain day or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put down this stuff. So I have a whole thing that helps me keep track of all this Excel sheets. Oh, praise the Lord for them.
Nice.
Yeah.
You professional.
Yeah. I'll show it to you after.
I've been recovering from Interstellar last week. That movie has been on my mind this entire week.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't help that I have the CDs in my car, so I've just been listening to the soundtrack.
Were you listening to it when you put it on the window as you were driving away?
Okay. And there's that poem, of course, where it says, "Do not go gentle into that good night." And I've just been obsessing over that. Like rage against the dying of the light. I think it's such a banger line, and I want to get it tattooed. But that's been really helping my workouts as well. I think like it's just had me really thinking about family and you know, kind of like Fast and Furious. Like we are family. You know.
You ever watch Fast and Furious?
No, I've never seen a single one of them.
Well, now I have the 5th and 7th one.
Whoa, let's go.
Yeah. I want the 4th one. Dude, you know the titles for Fast and Furious?
Tokyo Drift.
They're so bad.
Yeah.
There's the Fast and Furious. Then there's Too Fast, Too Furious. Then there's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And then there's the soft reboot called Fast and Furious. They dropped the. So there's 2 Fast and Furious basically. Just one has the in the front of it. And then it's Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, and then Furious 7. And then it's Fate of the Furious.
Yep.
And then it's F9.
Oh, okay.
And then it's
Not F1.
and then it's Fast X or FX.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Fast X. Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw. That doesn't count.
I've never seen any of these.
I've seen the first 7 just because I wanted to see Paul Walker.
Sure.
Because I've seen so many edits of like what happened with the 7th one because he died during the filming of it.
Yep.
So I just watched all 6 of them just to see 7 for it to make sense.
And then you're like, it's not worth it. I'm not going to watch any of the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my rating, I mean, I do have, I think, 5 to 7. I think I have them all at 4 stars. All the other ones are like at 3. You know, it's like whatever. Yeah. And I'll probably never like watch through them all because I mean, I heard the latest one is terrible. Everyone hated it.
Sure.
And they just keep milking it. I mean, I think the last one they were literally in space. Like it, the stuff they're doing with it is so bad because it used to just be.
Gotta get crazier.
It used to just be a Point Break, but with street racing. Yeah. That's what it was originally. Now, 5 to 7 are like heists and stuff, and it just goes from there. And I don't even know. Yeah.
I mean, what's the demographic for Fast and Furious? Who's watching these movies?
Children.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to see The Rock act like The Rock for the 10th time. It never gets old.
Speaking of Point Break, I want to bring up the movie, the remake that I watched because I bought 100 movies. You can't really see them in the shelf because I already put them all through and whatever. Like I organize them and whatever.
This guy's obsessed with movies.
It came with the OG Point Break and the remake. And I have the remake because right when I was done watching it, I threw it in the box of stuff to get rid of. It was all right to an extent. Because I mean, original Point Break is about cop infiltrating a whole group of surfers to see if they're like the ones that are robbing banks and whatever. And they, it stuff happens, whatever. But in the remake, they're not surfers; they're extreme sports guys. So they do everything. There's a whole bit of them with like those suits you put on that you can jump off cliffs, like wingsuits or whatever. And there's a whole thing of them flying through. Really cool to watch.
Wingsuits
Like,
are epic.
The stunts they were doing it were really cool.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just what it was. Look at these guys doing stunts, and then the actual plot is like
What's the cast for it?
no one you would know.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those.
Well, that's the first downfall is if you don't have Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves, who's even watching this?
Exactly.
Who's watching this?
Yeah.
Who wanted? Who was like, let's make a remake of Point Break? Who was like, yeah, these guys, you know what they really want? They want a remake of Point Break.
Yeah.
I don't. It just seems random to me.
Another thing I watched, Eden Lake.
Okay.
Really interesting. I mean, I've wanted to see it for a while, but Instagram kept like showing clips of it because it's about a couple that gets terrorized by a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, and it was good for the most part. It has Michael Fassbender in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
The end is the thing though that like made it insanely crazy. I wouldn't spoil it just because I just don't feel like doing that, but it was crazy. I mean, I can tell you off camera. I don't care.
How was RoboCop? I keep hearing great things about that.
It was good.
Actually hype?
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like Blade Runner vibes in ways of it just being kind of somber, and it's a dude that becomes a robot basically, and he doesn't really remember who he is, and he's kind of trying to figure that out as he's killing criminals and stuff.
I heard the game was really good too. Like they have a video game for it where you're just going around the city as RoboCop.
Is that on the Wii?
No, it's not gonna be on the Wii.
Is it older? Did
like
it come out in the 80s?
You can shoot people in the nuts and it kills them.
Yeah, that's in RoboCop.
Yeah. Is that what he aims for?
Yeah.
The nuts?
Yes.
Like all the time?
No, he did it once because they were trying to do stuff to a girl in the streets, and he's like at their head and just goes down and just.
Shoot, bro. Well, that guy's not gonna reoffend.
Dude, it's on PS5 and Xbox.
Yeah.
They did a new one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see RoboCop game Wii. Let's see if there's a.
But
Wii
you didn't
one.
like the remake of
Nah, there
RoboCop?
isn't.
Who directed that one? It's
I didn't even watch the remake. I have it.
Yeah,
I'm getting rid of
I
it.
know you have it. Who directed that one? Let me pull that up. Jamie, pull it up. Directed by Paul Verhoeven. He did Total Recall, Starship Troopers, and Happy Hookers.
What?
Cool. Looks like interesting. Cool. What was your thoughts on Roofman?
I liked it. It was just a fun type of like cozy watch for the most part. Like I just liked it because like he's like becoming besties with like her kids. Like there's like the grumpy older one, and then they like start bonding too. I don't know. It was just really fun vibes.
That was fun.
Yeah.
When he's like driving the used car. Yeah, you had to see Channing Tatum's butt, his backside.
Dude, that was way too long.
I feel like you saw
his balls.
I think so.
Yeah, but if he like kind of like bends down and climb up and he.
Yeah.
I don't know, but what I want to know is like how naked are they? Because I know like when they do sex scenes and stuff, and they're like trying to like make it look real, they still have stuff over their actual
little cloth over the actual. I heard Chris Pratt talks about Parks and Recreation where there's a scene in the season 1 finale when he like shows up naked to his girlfriend's thing, but like Chris Pratt, like the actual take that they use is like he actually just was totally naked for that.
Yeah.
And he got a letter from the studio. They're like, don't ever do this again. But yeah, it's Chris Pratt, so
yeah,
he obviously got bigger.
Yeah, his prime was in Parks and Rec though. Because I see all the bloopers with him, and it's like this dude is off the rails.
He's really funny.
Because he was homeless when he like auditioned for. Like he was not in a good position.
I think his best.
Don't rage bait.
Is
don't rage bait.
Is obviously from that one movie. That
you gonna say Mercy?
No, I wasn't gonna say Mercy.
Oh, okay. Wanted.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see his baby
But yeah,
cheeks. Yeah.
I guess he likes doing that.
Roofman, dude, the second he's gonna go back, like this, I'm like, dude, do
Yeah.
not. You're so close to getting out of the country.
Hmm.
You're so close. It is kind of brutal though. Like he kind of betrayed two families.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
but cool story. Peter Dinkle, hilarious.
Dinklage, not Dinkle.
Dinklage.
Dude, don't call him.
Oh, I've never. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
That
to
could be a
offend.
slur for them,
No, I'm
You don't
sorry.
know.
I didn't mean to offend anyone. But that whole thing when he like pulls the thing and he just gets blasted in the face with the that's so
And he's just like,
funny.
and he's just like dingus the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, what was the bit? Like, she was trying to figure out about scheduling, and he's like, well, we can talk about work scheduling, but not outside work because,
Something like that.
yeah.
And he's like, this kid keeps eating the M&Ms, bro.
Yeah. And the kids getting pumped up. He's like, I'm gonna talk trash with my manager. He comes in, he's like, hi.
Yeah, yeah. I did love seeing like the old Toys R Us, like the whole video game
Oh, yeah.
section too. Like
Yeah.
so nostalgic.
You know what's crazy?
Hmm.
I've never been to Toys R Us in my life.
I don't think I have either.
'Cause
It's
my
too
parents
late.
always said, like, when it came to Christmas time, whatever, they just refused to bring us because they're like, you're gonna be asking for everything.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense, but it's also like, I literally never was in Toys R Us in my life. I've been to 2 Blockbusters, but not Toys R Us. Yet
Damn.
people my age don't even know what Blockbuster is,
It's so sad.
but they know what Toys R Us is.
Yeah. The world is littered with empires that once thought they were eternal.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse
Blockbuster
me.
laughed in the face of Netflix, and look who's
Yep.
laughing now. Sad times.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the Silence of the Lambs? I think we should talk about this series in the order that we watched the movies.
Not the order of the
Ugh.
of the series itself. So you want to do Silence of the Lambs first? Okay. So
We read the books for these.
yes, we read the first 2. I was gonna read all 4 of them, but 100 pages in Hannibal, it just went French, and I'm like, this is hurting my head. I give up.
Sure.
I was going to watch Hannibal because it's directed by Ridley Scott.
Dang.
I want to see what's up with that,
Yeah.
but
Is it high on Letterboxd? No, it's low.
no, it's probably like mid 3s.
Okay,
Somewhere
so
around
about
there.
Average, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get around to it. I downloaded it on Prime. I was like, I'm gonna watch this some morning, whatever, and I was just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
because I know that we weren't really. I mean, I knew you weren't gonna watch it, so I was like, oh, yeah.
I remember the first book that we read obviously was Red Dragon, and I remember watching it or reading it, and I really did like it. I think when it hit the part when it's talking about Francis and his grandma, because it goes into a deep dive into his life, I think that's when I kind of slowed it down. But then it picks up after that, and I thought that the book just got really good. Thomas Harris is an amazing author,
Mm-hmm.
and I love his signature twist. And again, I've only read 2 of his books, so it
Yeah.
might not be characteristic. But there's like a certain moment in the in the books where there's just like this complete twist where you don't really see it coming. So spoilers. Well, I guess we're talking about the Book of Red Dragon.
We're not even going to Red Dragon though. We're going to Silence of the Lambs. So we
Yeah.
get there when we get there.
Okay, you're right. So I feel like Silence of the Lambs was in a much more enjoyable read. I feel like it just started right off, and I was like trying to figure
Yeah.
out. I was like, okay, so it's not following Will Graham; it's following
Mhm.
this chick.
They didn't even mention his name at all. Oh, they did?
Jack Crawford mentions him a little bit.
Okay. In the movie, they don't at all. He's not a part of it at all.
No, no.
Which I was kind of like, mention my name,
Well-
mention my boy.
Well, yeah, but it is strange because obviously they made that movie Red Dragon in 2002, and then Silence of the Lambs in 1991.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of a gap. Yeah. So, Silence of the Lambs was decent. I feel like I'm scarred because of seeing
the bush.
the bush. That was totally unnecessary. Did not like that.
I could recreate that for you.
No, I hated that. That was very uncomfortable. It's been so long since we've seen the movie. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
You were totally
But
right.
we
You're like,
also-
gotta do it.
We also read the book, and I think Silence of the Lambs is probably one of the best adaptations from just book to movie. Not changing too much.
Sure.
They just put the book and they're like, you know what? put it all into a script, do this and this and this, make it look all good, and then just make it.
I feel like Red Dragon was better adaptation, but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
One of the things that I noticed about Silence of the Lambs is I'm sure if I was just watching it and I hadn't read the book, it would hit a little bit different.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I was expecting, like, I knew kind of the twist, kind of how it ends and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like they also didn't do a great job of showing James Gum.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, his character in the book, you get much more of a picture of it.
Yeah.
And I like the aspect, I like how they describe how he captures the senator's daughter in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's moving a couch and he has, like, his leg in a cast and his arm in a cast as well. And it's like this dumb girl just, she's like, she notices he's sketchy. And so she goes into the house, she locks the door. And in the book, she, like, looks out and he's, like, struggling. So she's like, oh, I better go help this guy. Just totally nabs her.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the 90s, man. You could get away with anything. I mean,
Yeah.
not Ted Kaczynski, but my other favorite one.
Wow. Yeah.
Another Ted. Who's that serial killer?
Jeffrey Dahmer. You're thinking Ted Bundy? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Volkswagen guy. Just boom.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, because all the girls said he was really nice.
Yeah, that's all you really need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Silence of the Lambs, I feel like it is a little overhyped. I don't think it really deserved the big five.
Yeah. But I do want to play a little game with that before we switch to Red Dragon then.
A little game.
Yeah. I found all of the nominations,
Yeah.
so that we could like pick and choose. But we'll do that towards the end.
Jodie Foster. The accent doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't.
I
but
did not like the accent.
I was kind of in a trance when she was on screen. I mean, I would be completely honest with you about
She's
that.
Good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if this film should have won any nomination, it should have won something for the poodle, because the poodle was great.
Yeah.
That the senator's daughter, kind of annoying. Brooke Smith as Catherine Martin.
Yeah, but also that's just her character.
Yeah.
I mean, she's stuck in the well
Yeah.
towards the end, and she's screaming, and then
she's like, "Get me out of here! I'll break this dog's neck."
yeah, Sterling is just like, "Shut up."
Yeah, she's very annoying
Mhm.
in the book.
Yeah.
As well. Well, I feel like the final confrontation between Starling and the serial killer in the book is like much more intense than the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll also talk about in Red Dragon, but in Red Dragon Silence of the Lambs, there's both bits of when you can't see nothing, so it's just described by whatever's like felt, and it's like walking over, bump into this, grabs, touch it, oh, it's a glass face, doing this and this. It's in both of them.
He also has night vision, which he does in the movie, but the night vision just adds such a more intense element in the book. Because, like, this guy can see.
And she can't.
And
yeah.
she can't.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty, in the movie, you see his POV. Because, I mean, with her, you just can't see nothing.
You do.
So you just see him lingering to her, and he's like grabs her, or about to grab her hair or something like that, yeah.
But also the twist it's much more, it comes out of nowhere in the book, because the SWAT team is like gonna raid this guy's house, and you're like, oh, they got him, right? And so in the book, he's dealing with Catherine Martin. I forget this, James Gum. It's funny because the S is not, it's like a typo in the birth certificate. But the SWAT team is about to raid his house, and that's what Jack Crawford is calling Clarice Starling for. And so you think, oh, they're going to get him. And then he hears the doorbell, and you're like, oh, that's the SWAT team. They're going to get it. But it turns out that it's Starling, because she was investigating someone else's house, I think in Ohio. Yeah. And so that bunny trail led her exactly to the serial killer. And so she's trying to find who owns the house and whatnot. Yeah. And I felt like that whole scenario in the book, it's very intense, because it's like she sees a moth, and then they lock eyes, and then they're like, they both knew everything about each other. And I just thought that was really well done in the book, which it is hard to adapt certain things, like certain elements from books to A movie, absolutely. Okay, so what are the big five?
Also,
Or what was?
I wanna discuss Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
So I feel like everyone obsesses over this dude. So I mean, we both saw this.
Yeah.
Like everyone labels Silence of the Lambs as just Hannibal Lecter. It's all
Yeah.
about Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
When it's no, it's not. She goes to like interview this guy a couple times for like what some project whatever. She finds out isn't
She's
for a
doing a
project.
psychological
Yeah, she finds out
analysis.
that's not even what it's for.
Yeah.
And then she's trying to find out where this new killer is, and he's kind of like being like, I'll give you his name if you give me books."
Well, James Gum was one of the patients that Hannibal Lecter had, and
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
leads her on a trail, and they find a dead body that I think Hannibal Lecter killed, and he like preserved his head in a jar,
yeah,
and so that's a whole thing.
yeah,
I feel like Anthony Hopkins is very good. I
yeah.
think he's a goated guy in general because I saw like a meme about his life story, and he was like an atheist when he was 30, and then he would like hit rock bottom, and then like a woman just was like, "Hey, just trust in God," and so he turns his life around, becomes a
Really?
Christian. He's like old now, but he just does painting, and he's just like living his best life. I think he's a really cool guy. I
Okay.
feel like Hannibal Lecter is a great character,
Yeah, they
and
just
I
overhyped him.
think his height like Silence of the Lambs. I don't get the hype for him there, but his character absolutely nails it in Red Dragon. I think that's the best one because they flush out his character more
Okay.
from the books. Like
Okay.
there's things that happen which we can
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
But the big five, you said you wanted to go through those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have a list of all the nominations for that because this is one of three movies that won the Big Five.
Yeah.
And after, because we're both like, oh, this is going to be like an amazing movie if
Yeah.
it won a Big Five. And we're both like,
It's,
it was
it's
good.
kind of average. To
Yes.
be honest.
So, Best Picture. The nominations were Beauty and the Beast,
Okay.
Bugsy, JFK, The Prince of Tides, and Silence of the Lambs. So really, I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of the others.
I haven't seen any of the others, so
Besides,
I can't say which one should have won.
I've seen Beauty and the Beast, and like I don't think that would be Best Picture, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Actor and leading role would have went to Warren Beatty and Bugsy, Robert De Niro and Cape Fear, Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, Nick Nolte in Prince of Tides, Robin Williams in The Fisher King.
I mean, Robin Williams, but Anthony Hopkins is pretty good.
Yeah,
as we
I
already
feel like
discussed.
that would make sense. But also Robert De Niro,
Yeah.
great actor. I haven't seen Cape Fear. This is like kind of terrible though because I'm like I haven't seen these movies.
Right, so we can't compare 'em.
Yeah, I can't.
It's just us saying, I don't think it should have won, and we
Yeah.
have no idea, like, the other
Yeah.
nominations.
Actress and leading role, the two leads in Thelma and Louise.
Okay.
Yeah. Laura Dern and Rambling Rose. Bette Midler and For the Boys, and Jodie Foster.
I mean, Jodie Foster is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Also, Thelma and Louise, I heard is a really good movie though.
Okay.
So that would be a fun one to compare. I just haven't got to
Yeah,
that. Yeah. Best directing, Boys in the Hood, which I have seen. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
think I remember you.
Bugsy, JFK, Thelma and Louise, and Signs of the Lambs.
I guess we should watch Bugsy.
Yeah,
Just
I don't.
showing up. Did it win anything for soundtrack?
I'm looking at Bugsy first because I want to know what it is. I'm probably saying it wrong too because I'm a little,
Are you reading anything? Like any books?
The Star Wars one. I haven't picked that up in a while though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm locking
I
back
was
in
gonna say
now.
we should talk about books. I got this book at the library about cinema, and so it has like different cinema techniques. I was looking for screenplays at the library, but they didn't have anything about that. I'm thinking of buying so Wes Anderson has like a website,
Yeah.
and you can buy like a book of the screenplay of the Phoenician Scheme. I'm considering doing that, but thrift books. I mean, I love thrift books. And then I also got the short collection stories of Stefan Zweig, whose writings inspired the Grand Budapest Hotel. So I'm excited to read that.
Okay.
He has like a novel, and it's about Europe changing in the two world wars, and I'm excited to listen to that one.
You really cannot stop talking about Wes Anderson. It's funny.
I can't help
Yeah.
myself.
Film editing. JFK beat Silence of the Lambs. And Terminator 2.
Terminator 2
Yeah.
by the one and only James Cameron.
My dog. No.
James Cameron. Raising the bar, James Cameron.
Sound effects. Oh. Terminator 2 won sound
Of
effects.
course it did.
But Star Trek 6 was nominated. I love Star Trek 6, but that's a story.
So funny.
Visual effects. I don't know why Hook got nominated with Robin
Oh,
Williams. Yeah.
That's a classic. Wait, that's
Yeah.
that old? I thought it was newer.
91.
Dang.
Terminator 2 won that. Oh, writing, Silence of the Lambs. There it is. I kept scrolling down. You know what got nominated for writing?
What?
Fried Green Tomatoes.
Great.
So I'd say that should have won just because
You're biased.
I'm biased. It's Fried Green Tomatoes.
Excuse me.
Great movie.
Yeah. Should we talk about Manhunter?
Yeah, let's go for it. So going into it, I think I had it in my watch list before I knew it was a
Because you like the director. You're familiar
yes,
with him.
Michael Mann.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the first 10 minutes in Manhunter, as you've seen with like the whole wide orangey sunsets, that's in
Yes.
a lot of his movies.
Yes.
So I'd say Thief with James Caan, who's in Godfather and Elf. That's Criterion also.
Oh, okay.
I barely remember that one, to be honest with you, but that one's beautiful to see. It's like a whole. Most of his movies are all just night, dark, whatever. And Thief is very dark the whole time. Collateral is another one.
Oh, is that Liam Neeson?
No, that
What's
one.
Collateral.
That one has Jamie Foxx.
I feel like I've seen Collateral.
Jamie Foxx is a taxi driver, and someone pops into his
Yes.
cab and tells him to keep
I'm
driving
gonna
him
kill
around.
5 of these people, and then the last one is the woman that he.
Yes,
Yes.
and
I've
that
seen
is
that.
and you know
Tom
who
Cruise and
yes,
Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
Tom Cruise plays a bad guy, and it's his only role. Interview with Vampires is kind of a bad guy too, but it was really interesting seeing him being like evil in ways, because like there's times when he like just headshots people,
Oh yeah.
and he's like telling Jamie Foxx, he's like, "Yo, just calm down. Like I'm giving you the money." He's like pointing a gun at him, he's like, "You're driving me around." It's like you did this to yourself. Like, come on, man. It really.
There's an intense moment in that too when he's like about to pick another cab too. No. That's the opening shot when he's like looking at the picture. When Tom Cruise's character comes to Jamie Foxx.
Mhm.
Remember
And he has like
that?
a suitcase.
Picture,
Yeah.
and he's like about to get another cab too. Like there's a moment when it's like, "Hey man, you good?" He's like, "Just give me a minute" or something. And Tom Cruise almost picks another cab, and he's like, "No, wait, I could take you."
Oh yeah.
I remember that
yeah.
moment.
Wait, have you just seen clips of it?
No,
randomly?
it's been years since.
Oh,
I've seen
you
it.
have seen
I
it.
have seen
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie. But
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I love that movie.
That is a banger.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is just night, it's beautiful to look at. The other one is Heat, which is big dogs, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. And it's a cat and mouse chase, detective versus criminal. Val Kilmer's in it.
Is there a second one?
No,
there Oh, Val
there's
Yeah.
there's thoughts of a sequel.
Okay.
It's really good. Again, night vibes, really fun. Natalie Portman's in there as a kid. She's great in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones I've seen. I do want to watch all of his movies. He is one of the ones that I do want to go through.
Does he have a big filmography or a rather small one?
I'd say maybe like 12 in total.
Oh,
Like
okay.
what?
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like this. I think there were a lot of just wide cinematic shots, particularly that one of the first scenes when he's like running down the mental hospital corridors and he's just like going down the ramp and like spinning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that was really beautiful. This movie was good for the most part. I did enjoy it, but it is very different than the book. Like we were expecting certain things.
Yeah.
And they just did, instead of having a very signature like twist
Yeah.
that the book contains.
Yeah. It was very 80s.
Yeah. They just have a big shootout with him.
Yeah.
And he has his shotgun and he's just mowing down.
Yeah.
Police.
Cop. Which nothing like the book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at the cast because I don't think I was impressed very much with.
Will Graham.
Well, Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter.
He
I
was
did like it.
Yeah, he was cool. He was very like cocky, rather than Anthony Hopkins.
He's really only in like the one scene though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
because
he has the phone call, and that's like pretty much
Yeah.
all you see of him.
but he was very like kind of a douchebag to him. It was
Yeah.
it was like, wow, this is like just a different
I
lens
I
on
didn't
him.
mind the portrayal. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, yeah,
I felt like Joanne Allen as Reba McClane wasn't.
yeah,
It's kind of whatever.
yeah,
I much more enjoyed Emily Watson's, but we'll get into that.
yeah,
No, but it was a good movie, very 80s. There's like that whole scene when he's like, "You gosh darn son of a gun," he just constantly saying that.
yeah,
And then that final scene with like the classic 80s, like you have the 4 pop song chords,
yeah.
and he's like, "How did you know that to bring the log cutter?" And there's just like this. It felt over dramatic.
Yeah,
like
it was-
very exaggerated.
The vibes with it were just like, this is like, dude, this is
Yeah.
just
William
80s.
Peterson. His portrayal as Will Graham. I didn't care much for it.
Okay.
I felt like it wasn't hardcore enough, per se. And I feel like you also didn't really get that much of a background. Like in the book, you learn a lot about him and like how he caught Hannibal Lecter,
Yeah,
different things.
Yeah.
They have the whole bit with the nurse, like Hannibal Lecter bit the nurse's tongue out, and his
Yeah.
pulse didn't even raise up to over 92 or whatever.
yeah,
But overall, yeah, it was a decent movie. Tom Noonan's portrayal of Francis Dollarhide. Overall, I feel like it was kind of forgettable, but it was very cinematic, and I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I also felt like the soundtrack was overbearing.
yeah.
At times.
Well, I liked like the slow synthesizer every so often. It was just like, a couple notes,
with the
whatever.
cinematic shots, like
Yeah.
when he's outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. But like the end scene when he's in the house, he's just blaring 80s music. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is like every other 80s action movie. Like, come on.
Iron Butterfly or whatever.
Yeah.
That was funny. I will say I feel like for Manhunter, Freddie Lounds was much better in this version than Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like an actual dude.
Yeah, he's like he's
you actually hate him.
terrible. Yeah.
He's like a scumbag. And I feel like they had that one line where he's like, "How does this affect your sexual life?" And he's like, "How does it affect yours when I tell you to go F yourself?"
Yeah.
I think that was in the book. That was funny. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not really anything. I mean, better Michael Mann movies,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Slightly disappointed because I like Michael Mann.
Yeah. Let's talk about Red Dragon.
Red Dragon, the 2002. It came a year after Hannibal. So they made Hannibal and they're like, "Wait, let's just redo Manhunter, Red Dragon." And for
Really?
context for people that haven't seen them, as we are even spoiling the entirety of all these movies, Red Dragon and Manhunter are based off of the same book, Red Dragon. Manhunter is based off of Red Dragon.
We gotta watch Hannibal. What? It has Clarice Starling in it.
It not played by
Julianne
Jodie.
Moore.
Yeah, different female. So I don't know about that. Sadly.
So this follows the book.
Yeah. The third book, yeah.
Huh. And okay. So Clarice is in the third book.
Yes.
Is she like the main character?
From what I've read, yeah. In
Huh.
ways.
Okay. Okay.
You're going to look into it, aren't you?
I'm interested.
Okay.
Uh,
Unless you just want to watch it. When we're
Hannibal
done.
Rising.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
wa-
not even
It's
Anthony Hopkins.
it's a
Yeah.
prequel. It's
No,
how
but,
we got
I mean,
insane.
Hannibal has Anthony Hopkins, so I feel like that alone would be worth watching it for.
Yeah.
But it's too late because we're already doing this episode, so
Yeah,
there's no
right.
point in going back. But Ridley Scott, you should have.
Yeah, but
I should.
how many stinkers have Ridley Scott made? Let's take a gander.
How many what?
Stinkers. Bad movies.
Napoleon.
What are you talking about? That's great. You didn't even watch it, so you wouldn't know.
Well, I love Napoleon, and I feel like they just focused on.
He did Thelma and Louise the same year as Silence of the Lambs. That's crazy. House of Gucci.
Oh, was that a banger?
Don't ask me.
I feel like I mean, obviously I've heard about it.
American Gangster. Man, he's made so much.
Wait,
Exodus, Guides, and Kings with Christian Bale.
Edward Norton is in Fight Club.
Yeah.
I was genuinely this close to watching Fight Club last night. I ended
Really?
up just watching Thank You for Smoking, but I fell asleep. So I was like, I didn't even log it. I was like,
Wait, if you haven't
genuinely.
seen Fight Club, right? Or have you?
Not yet. No, I haven't seen Fight Club. But now that I know that Edward Norton's in it, I'm
And
like,
Brad Pitt.
yeah,
And Brad Pitt
yeah.
in his prime
He's
too.
in The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
I wonder who he plays as that. Edward Norton's in the Grand Budapest Hotel. Huh. Yo, he's in The Dictator.
Are you? Did you
He's
get
in-
obsessed with this dude from Moonrise?
I actually might have because his voice is so beautiful. Like, so I watched Moonrise and I was like, this Edward Norton, he seems so familiar to me, but I don't know what I would have seen with him. And then when I turned on Red Dragon, I was like, Edward Norton? No freaking way.
Right when you started talking about how like Edward Norton is great in Moonrise, I'm like, oh, just wait till Red Dragon, man.
He's a really good actor, and I love Edward Norton. I gotta watch more with him. But yeah, so first off, Harvey Keitel as Jack Crawford, beautiful, beautiful.
You see, Edward Norton's also in Asteroid City.
Yeah, I'm not talking about. He's in Isle of Dogs. Asteroid City is the last one I need to watch by
And then you
Wes Anderson.
maxed him out.
But here's so I've been doing. Just let me talk about it, man. Let me go into it. No, I'll save it for a different episode. But I borrowed Moonrise Kingdom Blu-ray and then the Grand Budapest Hotel from the library, so I have those. And I saw as I was looking, I saw that they have the Asteroid City Blu-ray, so I'm gonna snag that one.
Okay.
It's gonna be so good. But yeah,
Are you watching the commentaries at all? Like, are you like diving that much
they
into
don't
it?
have the
Oh.
commentaries. I watched all the special features for Moonrise Kingdom,
Okay.
and that, excuse me, that was fun. They had like a little bit like on set with Bill Murray, and then they had like promotional videos. So the one, he's like a pretty famous actor, but I don't remember his name. He's like he's like the narrator almost when he talks about this is the island of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like in the red coat. Yeah. Okay.
Redcoats are coming.
Yeah. You're gonna get me off on. It has Rafe Fiennes. I don't know how to say his name because he's British, but he is obviously the main character in the Grand Budapest Hotel, and he plays Francis Dollarhide. And I thought that
yeah,
his portrayal was. I could have
You.
gone a little less without seeing his butt.
Yeah,
but-
I was just about to say we're talking about Channing Tatum and how that
Yeah.
whole scene was too long. Dude, that was even longer. I'm like, dude, just put some freaking clothes
Well,
on.
it does-
I feel like he wanted an excuse, but like, yo,
I don't think
Look
it was
at me.
that. Yeah, he didn't even look that ripped. Like he didn't have abs, and like in the like lore accurate, Francis
He was
Dollarhide
ripped, yeah.
is like benching 270.
yeah.
Can
Can you bench that much?
I don't think so. I haven't tried. I don't think so. But yeah, no, I think he was naked because it shows the tattoo going down his leg.
Mm.
So I feel like that was a big part. Francis Dollarhide was beautifully portrayed in this movie. Like the whole painting of his grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
very good. The whole finale scene with Jack Crawford, or not Jack, Will Graham
Yeah.
yelling.
Mm-hmm.
That was so
Yeah.
good, and we'll get into that when we talk more about it.
This is gonna be funny because we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about this longer than Silence of the Lambs.
This was
or
my
any other
favorite
ones.
one.
Yeah, this
This
one
was-
I can talk the most about.
Yes.
Compared to Silence of the Lambs.
It
or
is
whatever.
so strange to me that it's an 11-year gap between
Mhm.
the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But this, my favorite. So it starts off with Anthony Hopkins as
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter, and it has the whole confrontation between Will Graham and
Mhm.
Hannibal Lecter.
They're having a whole meal with him and a bunch of people, and they're like, "Wow, what is this?" He's like,
If I told you, you wouldn't eat it.
"Yeah, because it's probably
Yeah.
someone you know."
Yeah. But it shows the first interaction, and I feel like that holds much more depth. I think it's very instrumental to the story because in Manhunter they don't do that at all.
Mhm.
he says, you know, he has that whole moment in Manhunter where he's like, "You're one of us, you know, you're a serial killer," and he's like pounding at the door. It's like, let me out," right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way that this story is told, it has so much more gravity to it,
Mm-hmm.
because you also see what Will Graham wants from Hannibal Lecter. Like, they have a good camaraderie, and I think they learned that from Silence of the Lambs. They're like, yo, everybody loves Hannibal Lecter, so let's give him more screen time. And so I feel like they did a good job of that with Red Dragon. I'm just like talking nonsense. That's
Oh
like
no, it's great
90% of
nonsense.
this podcast is I'm just rambling, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
No, because you're preaching for the most part. I will say though,
yeah.
the opening I did not like.
No?
I felt like a lot of it was just that's as I said before, everyone's obsessed with Hannibal Lecter
Sure.
and Silence of the Lambs.
Sure.
So Red Dragon opens with that whole thing because that's not in the book. You know,
Mhm.
am I dumb?
You're not dumb. It is in the book. They talk about how he caught him.
Oh, but they don't like do it.
They do
Yeah.
it in his office. In the book, the confrontation is in his office,
Okay.
and he leaves to call on the phone, and then he gets slashed by Hannibal Lecter.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I just was like, you don't gotta do this, but
And
okay.
then they talk about the other guy that he killed, the first guy that he kills. He remembers, so there was a serial killer that Will Graham caught, but he has like one of the college students, and he's like holding her hostage, and so he shoots the serial killer, but
Mhm.
then he goes into like a mental institution for like 2 weeks or so.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was like part of the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it talks about the final confrontation, or like
Okay.
the first confrontation that he has.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't really like that. It was right when it opens with this. I'm like, okay, come on. Like,
I loved it. I
Okay.
think that Anthony Hopkins is great as Hannibal Lecter. And I felt like it was a good way of like introducing the characters, as I've already mentioned. Like, so
Yeah.
you have like this history, this story, because you don't get that in Manhunter. It's just this random guy
yeah, definitely.
who's hyped up. What else happens? Edward.
What did you think about the shot for shot change with Manhunter and Red Dragon of him and Jack Crawford talking about like, hey, can you like help out with this case for a little bit? So they're both like the same thing in ways.
Yes,
I thought it was really cool to compare.
I thought so too.
And Manhunter looked so much beautiful.
Yeah,
You know, yeah,
it's very cinematic.
yeah.
No, I liked it. I feel like I was unsure. I was like, so I'm basically going to be watching the same movie again, like
Mhm.
same plot and whatnot. But I thought that Red Dragon did such a very good way of being more accurate to the book,
Mm-hmm.
but also mixing it up and making it different than
Yeah.
from Manhunter.
Also known as Edward Norton.
Yeah. I mean, Edward Norton is an absolute, like, really good actor,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this role, which, you know, my only introduction to him is Moonrise Kingdom, which is a very different role
Yeah.
than what he does in this one. But I feel like he was a very good actor. I liked his interactions with Molly. I felt like that whole relationship was a lot more feasible than the Will Graham Molly one, but that's just on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, same thing goes through from most of the plot of Manhunter of, you know, them trying to figure out, you know, he interviews Hannibal Lecter and then he goes and tries to figure out some clues. He like is in their house and he's like watching all. I did like how brutal it was in Manhunter though, because he turned the lights on, there's just blood everywhere
Yes.
and it's like,
Yes.
whoa.
That was a big part of it, too.
Mm-hmm. That was like a jump scare, but nothing was there.
Yeah.
Rhymes, bars right there.
You should be a rapper.
I am. Call me the white Eminem. So Red Dragon has. What else happens? Like,
He eats the painting, which wasn't in Manhunter.
but that's in the book. Yeah,
It's in the
yeah.
book.
Well,
I like that too, because he just like
Mhm.
hits the
Well,
woman.
right when I knew that this adaptation was better than
Yeah.
Manhunter was when it first shows Dollarhide in his house and you hear his grandmother.
Yes.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is freaking accurate.
Spot on.
Yeah.
I love this scene too when Reba is like in his bathroom and she's like running
Oh,
her hand and
yeah.
everything, and you see the teeth, but
Mhm.
she has no idea what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
I kept like checking how much time was in the movie because I was like, half an hour? Are they gonna do the ending?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like 10 minutes left,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, are they gonna
Mm-hmm.
do it? And they,
Yeah.
I love how
Yeah.
they do that too.
Yeah.
That
First, what do you think? Um, Loons, Lounds, Lounds.
Freddie Lounds,
Yeah.
his lips getting bitten off.
Yeah.
I loved the CGI of the wheelchair in Manhunter because it's just going down and it's just like it looks like Ghost Rider. He's just in a wheelchair and he's just going
Yeah.
down. I felt that was very similar too in the first one
Mhm.
because there's just this old guy, kind of like the parking garage thing. But in Red Dragon, you're like, you know, this guy's dead because the wheelchair just falls over. It's just laying there and it's burning.
Yeah. And you hear him screaming for a little bit, and
He's just gone.
yeah.
The whole lips thing, that was nasty when Rafe like
Yeah.
just spits it out after like, ugh,
Yeah.
nasty. Yeah, I loved that. The whole interaction with Reba and Rafe
Yeah.
with Francis, just,
Yeah.
I mean, Emily Watson killed her role. Very
Mhm.
beautiful. Strengthened my opinion about getting a blind chick as a girlfriend, which we've talked about. I don't. Feel
I
like
mean,
I'm wrong.
think about it. They don't know what we look like, so
Yeah.
of course it's.
Yeah, we've talked about.
I mean,
this.
it's
like,
just
you
off of.
feel my face, okay?
It's
All
off
right.
of. It's off of personality though, and Dollarhide didn't have a personality, so
No.
still, why would you? I mean, if it's that easy, bro, why am I single?
The other guy was like her other coworker.
Yeah.
The guy gets killed.
Yeah, he was trying to
Good.
rhythm her up, but
Good.
that did not work.
No, he sucked.
Big old red X on him. Yeah.
He's dead now.
So let's talk about the grand ending
Yeah.
compared to Manhunter. Because Manhunter, the ending to that is everyone's like, oh, he's at this house. You know, let's
Yep.
all go there. All the cops are there. He's there with Reba. You know, he has a shotgun. He's just copping down. He just shooting down cops. You know, Will Graham gets in there. They get a little fist thing, and they just headshots Dollarhide.
Boom.
And big old finale. You know, all happy. You know, whatever. He hit
Yeah.
one shot him. Is that book accurate? No,
Not
not
at
even
all.
close. Red Dragon.
Yes, the book is different than the movie ending of Red Dragon. Not much. So you have this moment where you're viewing it from the perspective
Mhm.
of the blind chick,
Yeah.
which is a little funny.
Yeah.
The perspective of the blind chick. Yeah. So
Perspective.
she thinks he killed himself, and in the book there's just fire. So they're like, okay, obviously he's dead.
Yeah.
In the movie, you're led to believe that as well.
Mhm.
But no, that's not what happens. He's still alive. In the book, there's less of a dramatic showdown, and how he writes it is very strange.
Mhm.
I felt like he wasn't like telling you what happened. It was like from a perspective,
Yeah.
almost, if I'm remembering that correctly, where it's like it's almost mentioned in passing. Where obviously Will Graham gets his face slashed open, but it's like a whatever kind of thing. He fights, but I think Molly kills him in the book, right?
That sounds right.
I
in
feel like
ways.
because I remember there is something with the boy. He's getting like fishing tackle.
He's getting something.
He's getting something,
And he's used as a hostage. Yeah.
I don't know if he's used as a hostage in the book, but he is in the movie, and I felt like that final dramatic thing was so good.
Yeah.
He's like, it's night. There's a campfire. They're just chilling. If you haven't read the book, you have no idea what's happening,
Mhm.
and I love that because if you watch Manhunter, you don't know the ending.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you're watching Red Dragon, you're like, oh, okay, this guy's dead, but obviously he's not. He takes the little boy as
Mhm.
hostage. Josh, I think is his
Yeah.
name in the movie, and then Edward Norton just does some psychological
Bullying,
warfare, and
yeah.
he just like.
He
He's
just
yelling
starts
at the kid. He's
starts
like, "You
acting
pissed
like
yourself?
his acting like Dollarhide's grandma.
I'm gonna snip it off, right?"
Yeah.
And that whole thing was just very intense, but I loved it. The acting as Francis Dollarhide is really great because you see Rafe's face just like tremble with rage.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad for the little boy too. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you poor thing," but he's getting yelled at.
Mhm.
There's like a final confrontation where Edward Norton gets stabbed, and then they have a big shootout That whole scene when Molly's coming up, that was also intense because he like
Hmm.
hides and Molly's
And you
coming
see
up.
the foot because he's like looking down from the crack. He sees Molly's feet coming, and
Yeah,
then you see feet come behind her, and he says duck.
duck, and it just boom, boom, big shootout, and then he
Molly gets
gives
the
the gun,
gun.
which they do
Yeah,
training in the book too. That's more of a thing because he sends Molly and the boy to the grandparents in Michigan.
somewhere around there. Yeah,
There's like horses.
yeah, yeah. But there's a scene in the movie of her shooting gun.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, where they're training. So I loved Red Dragon. Definitely, I feel like if I'm gonna rewatch any of them, I'd be like, okay, I'll either put that on or Hannibal. See Anthony Hopkins. What have you seen with Edward Norton? Like, what is he famous for?
Fight Club.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he the guy who sells soap? I
No,
want to
that's
watch A Complete
that's
Unknown at some point.
Brad Pitt. That's the biopic, right? Music biopic. Yeah. Okay. That
Topic of who?
Complete Unknown. Bob Dylan.
Yes, Bob Dylan.
First try. Nailed that.
Yeah. I wonder. So he's mostly famous.
Oh,
in
Birdman is something I want to watch.
Birdman.
Oh, American History X.
Oh, is he in Kingdom of Heaven? Oh, director's cut. So
American History X. He's the lead in that. If that's another one you want to watch. I don't
maybe.
know. I
might
haven't
just
seen it.
rewatch The Dictator.
Sausage Party. He's in that.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
who
what
is
I'm
he?
saying. He'd be a great voice actor, but I see The Bourne Legacy. So he's probably in that.
Ooh.
The Italian Job, the soundtrack is done by John Powell, who does the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack. Oh, Mark Wahlberg. Have you seen The Italian Job?
No.
Are you going to? Do you know
No.
anything about it?
Nope.
It's a 3.2 on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Cool.
I'd rather watch the original. Wait, is the original high at all? I'm guessing it isn't. How do you spell Italian?
Do you want to talk about what else we've watched, or
Y-
do you want to hold off on that?
I mean, we can go for it. I don't.
Because it's been a couple weeks since we've talked. I mean, I think really the only movie I've seen besides Wes Anderson is Interstellar,
Yeah, which we talked
Coffee
about last
Town, and The Big Lebowski.
week. Okay.
I feel like those are the only ones I haven't talked about.
The original Italian Job came out in '69, and that has a 3.6.
Okay, maybe that's an episode.
Michael Caine's in it.
Oh, Sir Michael Caine.
Yeah. Okay. Do
Ghost.
you wanna go off about Big Lebowski for a bit, or you don't feel like it?
I genuinely don't remember it. That's my problem.
I mean, I don't blame you for blocking out the memory. So
I feel like I felt like it was overhyped.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, "This is the best movie I've ever seen," and it just felt like a Pulp Fiction.
yeah,
wannabe.
wanna be Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
And I don't know, like, so here's the thing. You want to hear a funny story?
Go for it.
I was like, the Coen brothers. Who are these guys? I don't know who they are, but I know they did this movie. So I was like, after I watched it, I was like, okay, I want to do a deep dive into the Coen brothers. So I looked up what their stuff, like their most popular films. I didn't recognize any of their stuff.
Mhm.
I didn't figure out they did No Country for Old Men until you told me. Yeah, and I saw that one, but that was it. I was like, I've never heard of these guys. There's no way they're that great directors. So I stand by my hate on them.
You still like No Country for Old Men, though. You have it at 4 stars.
Yeah, but it's not as good as the book. The book is so good. Cormac McCarthy. And when I think about it, like the adaptation is good, but there's so much that they cut out. Particularly with how Llewellyn dies.
Mm.
And there's a whole thing in the book where he goes hitchhiking with this young girl. And that's like the girl who's like, beer just leads to more beer, you know? I don't know. I do love Sugar, his portrayal of that. But
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. The Coen brothers, meh. The Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges is great, but it is kind of insufferable. Like, their audios are every day. I don't know. They just say the same thing. They're like, dude. They say the F word a lot. But it's not even artistic. Like,
Yeah.
with Tarantino, you could be like, the dialogue is real, and that's what makes it so glamorous. It's
Yeah.
so special.
Yeah.
But also,
Big Lebowski is just walking down the hallway in high school, basically.
basically. And
Like, Walter got to calm down.
Walter is the worst character. He's an instigator. Does it turn out that he's right? Yes. unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he's such a douche throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
It just,
He pulls a gun because a dude stepped over the line
oh
for a
yeah,
little bit. It's like it's not that deep.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it gets overhyped. Everyone's like, this is what makes cinema so good. And I was like,
No.
I liked the stoner, like, trippy parts.
Hmm.
That was about it.
I will say the Coen brothers do have some really good movies. I mean, No Country for Old Men, I say, is good.
Sure.
Inside Llewyn Davis is great. It's depressing music vibes
Sure.
with
I might-
Oscar Isaac. Gotta throw that one out. What else? There's Burn After Reading, which has Brad
Yeah,
Pitt,
you told me about
and
that
he
one.
is stupid in it. It's hilarious. I'd say watch that.
Yeah.
I just watched Fargo. That's probably the best one. The most famous one.
These guys just look like nerds.
You ever look
Bro,
up
they look like a Walmart version of Good Mythical Morning.
the dudes that wrote Game of Thrones, the show. They're big old nerds too, and they ruined the show. That's a story for another day.
I saw those books at the library. And I was like, I could do the funniest thing right now.
Start talking about how great the Lannisters are, and I'm like, whoa, this guy
Dude,
knows
I want to show you a
what he's
picture.
talking about.
Do you know Good Mythical Morning?
I know who they are.
They
I don't
just
watch
look
them.
like those guys, but like
Yeah.
Walmart version. I'm sorry. I'm sure they're great films. I really can't judge. I feel like the only thing I can judge is if I watch all of their movies, which I haven't. So
Yeah.
that's not fair to me. I'm sure they have a banger. I'm sure if I watched Llewyn Davis or whatever, I'm sure it'd resonate because I'm something of a musician myself.
Oh yeah. How did you look at your statistics for Pretty Guillotine? How it's doing? How many listens?
Guillotine.
How many clicks? How many hits have you got?
Oh, we're getting good traction. But
That's good.
I feel like I'm not really marketing it as much. Like my first EP, I just like sent the link to literally like all my contacts.
Yeah.
For this one, I'm more of like if you find it, I think you'll like it.
Yeah. I mean,
I haven't done heavy marketing for it yet. I think I will at some point. But
in my opinion, it's your best one.
I
you know?
agree.
'Cause I mean, I listened to your whole EP
Yeah. No, I agree. This one.
through, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. There's something about it that was so like, ooh, it was fun.
Pretty Guillotine or the EP?
Pretty Guillotine. It was like it was a fun vibe.
It's a lot of. It's a journey.
Yeah.
I think.
Because
A lot of different parts.
with your EP, I'm like, I don't know if the
Yeah.
style is for me, Because
It's-
I don't want,
yeah.
because I'll support you no matter what, even if the genre of music
Aw,
isn't what I
thank you.
personally like,
The EP.
So yeah, when Pretty Guillotine came out, I was like, I hope
it's a banger.
it's a banger, and it for sure, like, it actually, like, I might be listening to it, like, often.
It took a lot longer to put out, just because I feel like I wanted everything to be perfect. The EP,
Valid.
there's a lot of things that I would go back and change. I think I've talked about this, but it's like I can say I put out an EP though. That's the thing for me. It's like I can literally like pull up the links to my Spotify and be like, here's music that I made.
Yeah.
And obviously it's very personal, so the songs really resonate heavily with me, all of them, and every once in a while I'll like go back and listen to it and I'm like, I do like these songs. They're not for everybody, and the style isn't necessarily like the style of music I listen to either.
Okay.
But it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pretty Guillotine, I do really enjoy that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good vibe.
I think sometime if I'm on a road trip or whatever with my whole family, I'm gonna sneak that
Okay.
in the playlist. See what
Sure.
my whole family thinks of
Yeah.
that. I gotta ask my sister if she listened to it or not.
I was hitting a workout earlier this week and like that song popped on and I was like, all right, this is a weird weird thing, but we're going with it.
You worked out to your own
I
music.
worked out to my own
Yeah,
music.
there's this one metal YouTuber called Nick Nocturnal, and he's like in his own band. He makes his own music, and he was looking at his Spotify Wrapped, and his number one was his own band.
Yeah.
Because he's like, why do you think I make this music? Because this is what I like.
This is what you like. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's such a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You have anything else to say about Thomas Harris or these
There's a movie that I want to watch that's based off of one of his other books.
Black Sunday?
Yes. Wow, you threw it out of nowhere. I didn't know he had that ball knowledge.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Black Sunday. It's a movie from the 70s.
Whoa, 77.
Yeah.
Dang.
Star Wars.
Huh. 3.5.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, because no one really have seen it.
No, yeah. I mean, 70s. It's 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these like cast pictures are almost in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. I might give that a watch if I ever feel in the mood, or
Yeah.
watch Hannibal.
Well, if you ever, whatever you watch, I'm gonna have to watch that
Do
too.
you have
just
that
to
book,
compare it.
Black Sunday?
No,
No,
I don't.
okay.
I don't. I'm just gonna watch a movie because I'm like, I mean, Thomas Harris. I have trust in this dude. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and if they, because I mean, that came out before any of this too. So, if Silence of the Lambs came from this,
Yeah.
I gotta know what's going on.
I do like the Criterion collection. Did you watch any of like the interviews or
I
anything?
didn't.
What are the bonus features that are included?
Bonus features? Let's look, shall we? Commentary from the director
Mm-hmm.
and actors Jodie Foster and Hopkins, screenwriter Ted Talley, and former FBI agent John Douglas. So that'd actually be fun. New interview with critic, 38 minutes deleted scenes.
38 minutes.
So that we might have to look into.
Whoa.
Interview from '05 with the director and
Edward
Foster.
Norton.
Foster.
Yeah.
4 documentaries featuring hours of interviews with cast and
Sheesh.
crew, behind the scenes featurette, storyboards, and a book featuring an introduction by Foster, an essay by people.
Dude, I would abuse the crap out of that.
I'm like,
I've
why
been
did I
watching-
not do
I've
watch
been
any of
watching
this?
like documentaries and interviews. They're so interesting to me. I watched a documentary on Darjeeling Limited as well as the aquatic life of Steve Zissou.
Mhm.
They're so fun to like watch, like a younger version of Wes Anderson. I saw an interview of him from Rushmore. He looks like such a nerd. It's not even funny.
Doesn't he act in it? Isn't he like in it, or
He hands.
or is that Bottle Rocket? 'Cause I think he's in one of them.
He does like a little cameo, I think, where he hands a book, but that's the Royal Tenenbaums.
Okay.
Dude, I have such an obsession with Wes Anderson, and I really want to do an episode about him. But I'll wait. We can watch Rushmore then. Let me pull this up. Yeah, he just looks so funny. Not funny, but he's changed a lot. He's changed a lot. I'll just say that. Cool. Anything else that you would like to say? I believe I've gotten everything off
Yeah,
my chest.
I think we have. We were a little out of order with some of the stuff we were yapping about, and we didn't do any spoiler warnings. So my bad. I mean, I'm just gonna timestamp everything and just spoilers, all of it,
Yeah.
because I'm just,
Yeah,
But-
I think Red Dragon's probably my favorite.
yeah. Yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Terrible, scary type guy that is
That
typed
is
up way too much.
interesting. Wait a minute.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Got all day.
Okay. Da 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 da. Ted Talley. Interesting. He wrote the screenplay for Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon. I remember seeing that name in Red Dragon, and then you said Ted Talley on the Criterion, so I just thought that was interesting. The screenplay is done by the same guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ted Tasso or Talley. Good job. Yeah, but I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Hopkins, fan of the show, big fan of his work
Yeah.
as well. He's
Yeah.
a very good painter. Go check out some of his paintings.
I need to watch The Father.
The Father.
Yeah, because he's in that, and that's all I know.
Cool.
Yeah. It definitely worth. We were gonna do it, weren't you? You were.
Do what? I
The
wasn't gonna
the cringy outro that we don't do anymore because we're full-grown adults. But yeah, Red Dragon, underrated. I don't know why people don't really talk about it because I think it's up there with Silence of the Lambs in ways.
Yes.
Definitely. I feel like if you're talking about Silence of the Lambs, talk about Red Dragon. No, I mean you can throw in Manhunter too, just because the vibes are fun.
They do all go together very nicely,
Yes.
I think.
Yes. I will say though, Red Dragon, I did not like the ending also, with them being like, hey, there's some girl here.
I loved that.
I was like,
I love that. I actually wanted to talk about that. I forgot. So in The Hobbit, which you haven't seen any of them, but at the
I
end,
have them.
at the end of the Battle of the Five Armies, there's this moment where Legolas's
Oh,
father,
yeah,
the
they
king
made
of
it-
Mirkwood, where
It
he's
made
like,
it, yeah.
go to Rivendell, seek out this young boy named Strider, and I hated that. I was like, that's so pointless and unnecessary. But I absolutely loved the thing where it's like There's this FBI psychological person. Well, she's not even technically FBI
Yeah.
that wants to talk to you, and it ends, and he's like, "What's her name?" Clarice Starling. Like I loved that. I thought that was perfect.
that was like Fantastic Four at the end of it when they're like, "That's pretty fantastic." Say that again.
Oh,
Like just absolute
I
cringe.
think it can
in
be
ways.
cringe. It absolutely can be cringe, but I didn't think that one was cringe.
Ah.
I really liked it because you see just Anthony Hopkins,
I-
and he's like, "Send her in."
I
I liked it.
I guess I've just seen like that type of thing so
Yeah.
many different times, even though that might have
You
been
get
an
tired
older
of it,
take of
sure.
it. So I would probably just like, okay, man.
I liked the chronologicalness of it, where you can like just imagine, like, oh, that sets it up
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah. I did like how they brought Chilton in it too
Yes.
from Science of the Lambs. Like they made it. It
Mhm.
wasn't just Anthony Hopkins that they just threw in this again. It was. I mean, I don't know if there were any others. They might have.
Recast. I think they have.
And I
different
mean,
one for
the
Jack
room was the
Crawford.
exact same too from Science of the Lambs.
Yes.
Because when you compare that to Manhunter, it was like all white and it was just different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that little homage. I agree, it can be abused, and it has been abused, and it can be very cringe. But I feel like that one in particular was just kind of like, it is a nice touch.
It just felt like an Avengers type
Yeah.
end
I could
credit
see that.
cutscene.
Yeah,
You know, it would be funny if they did that as an end credit thing. It's like, watch to the end to see what happens, and it just, hey, there's someone out here to meet you. You know, it's a girl. And it's like, what's the name?
It would have been way
Credits, and
funnier.
you hear da
It would have been
da
funny.
da da da. I'm
No,
sorry.
it would have been funnier if they had gone to like a farm or something. Like they're at Molly's farm, and it's like, huh, those lambs are really silent or something like that. Something so dumb. That would have been so funny. Wow, those lambs are really silent. Something stupid. That would have been funny. That would have been a nice touch.
And then they just slowly just.
Yeah, like look over into the screen.
Oh,
We should be directors.
dude, the amount. See, I want to make movies that don't have like any like major cliches in them, make them original, but at the same time, I want to make a movie that is just a cliche, all of it.
Mm.
But at the same time, no one's gonna watch that
Yeah.
because cliches are terrible.
I don't know. I feel like every time I think of making a movie, I think about weapons. I feel like that's a good example. Like he just watched a bunch of movies and he's like, okay, I like this element.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also new in a sense.
Yeah,
Like
it was original.
It's original, and there's something on it that I can't really put my finger on, but it's strange how they do it with like the whole witch thing.
Yeah,
Like you know who's bad, you know who the villain is, but it's like there's still a mysterious element to her.
yeah,
That you're
yeah.
not sure really what's going on.
yeah. You know, she won that Oscar.
Good.
Yeah,
Is she like actually
supporting
old?
actress. Yeah.
Well, I see.
Wait,
Like,
do you know any of the Oscar ones of 25?
no,
Let's go through them.
that did actually just come out.
Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna be mad.
Yeah. Well, I know Sinners won.
Too
a
many,
bunch of
and
stuff.
then one bad after another one. Too many also.
Where's the Phoenician scheme, huh?
Yeah,
Where's the
exactly,
Phoenician
exactly.
scheme? Where is that?
Preach it.
Yeah. What else came out? Begonia? Did
Yeah.
Emma Stone won something? I think, right?
Okay, let's
Maybe.
go through them right
Sure.
quick. Okay,
Sure. Well, we got time.
we have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Dude, don't give me paragraphs. Just give me a list. I'm not reading a paragraph. Respectful. You have to pay. No, this is so dumb.
Did you watch
Alright.
the Oscars or did you? Just,
No, dude, such a waste of time. Respectfully,
I'd
I'm
imagine, yeah.
just gonna look up the list because nothing. Yeah, winners.
Why don't I just look it up? Taking forever.
Hey, don't. Oh, there we go. BBC W. I think this. Yeah, here we go. I got it. Best Picture. The nominations
Yes.
for Best Picture:
Uh-huh.
Train Dreams,
What?
Sinners,
Yeah.
Sentimental Value, The Secret Agent, Marty Supreme,
Yep.
Hamnet, F1,
F1.
Frankenstein, Begonia,
Yep.
winner, one bad after another. One bad after another, one Best Picture. Yes.
I feel like Train Dreams. Nobody talks about Train Dreams.
Yes, but that should have won. Wholeheartedly, I believe it should have won.
Yeah.
Best Actress went to Jessie Buckley from Hamnet. Emma Stone was nominated for that, though. Yeah.
Begonia.
Best Actor went to Michael B. Jordan for Sinners.
Yeah.
The other nominations: DiCaprio, Timothy Chalamet, Ethan Hawke, and Blue Moon. Interesting. I didn't even know he was. Yeah. Best Supporting Actress: Amy Madigan from Weapons.
That was the witch girl.
Yes.
How old is she? Is she like what's her name? And
Amy,
oh,
and then Madigan. Madigan.
oh yeah, 75 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. No, she absolutely kills it in Weapons. I'm glad she
Yeah.
won that one.
I will say this one I do agree with. Best Supporting Actor: Sean Penn from One Bad for Another.
Yeah.
Sean Penn in it was so funny.
I didn't even know that was Sean Penn. To
Yeah.
be honest, until the
Dude,
end. I
his
was
strut though, he was just
his character annoyed me. So yes, he did a
yeah.
good job.
The other one would be that's Del Toro, the one that's in
Yeah.
Phoenician Scheme, but in One Bad for Another.
What about
Jacob Elroy from
So when
Frankenstein.
did F1 come out? Like beginning of 2025?
June is right in the middle.
And
Best Director went to Paul Thomas Anderson, One Bad for Another.
Yeah.
Other nominations were Sinners, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Hamnet. Best Animated Feature, Zootopia. It was
Zootopia too.
no. K-pop Demon Hunters won.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
actually. It's
Zootopia 2 was
That
nominated.
one's
oh, yeah.
Criterion too. Like they're making a K-pop.
K-pop?
I'm
No.
Jamie, pull that up. Yeah, Frankenstein and K-pop Demon Hunters have been added to the Criterion collection.
Okay.
Yeah,
I might get the Frankenstein one because that was good.
Yeah.
Best Original Screenplay went to Sinners.
Okay.
The other nominations were Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, and Sentimental Value. Best Adapted Screenplay went to One Battle for Another.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones were Begonia, Frankenstein, Train Dreams, and Hamnet.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those could have won versus One Battle for Another, to be
Sure.
honest. I mean, I haven't even seen Hamnet, but everyone's saying it's great. The Best Original Song did not go to Train Dreams. It did not go to Sinners. It went to K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
One Best Original Song.
I could see that.
Best Original Score went to Sinners.
Good. I actually agree with that one.
Begonia was nominated.
Begonia.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's Begonia.
I feel like you have to go with Sinners just because there's more content there.
That's true. And the whole thing revolved around music.
Yeah.
Other nominations: Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Bad for Another. Best Cinematography: Sinners versus Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Bad for, and then Train Dreams should have won that.
Should have won that one.
Yeah. Best Film Editing went to One Battle for Another.
Should have gone to Train Dreams as well.
It wasn't even nominated. F1, I would honestly maybe say. Marty Supreme, Sinners, Sentimental
Did F1
Value.
win anything?
Best Sound winner, F1.
Okay.
F1 won Best Sound versus Frankenstein, One Battle for Another, Sinners, and Strat. So it took those two dogs down. F1, dude. Oh, yeah. Best Visual Effects. You want to take a wild guess who won that?
Sinners. One battle after another. F1.
It was
Pop Demon Hunter.
No. So F1 was nominated. Jurassic World Rebirth was nominated? No.
That's funny.
Sinners, The Last Bus, but the winner. What is the franchise we make fun of all the time?
Twilight.
Avatar won Best Visual Effects because that's the only thing it does.
Good. I'll give it that.
Best Productions Design went to Frankenstein. Good choice. Versus the two big dogs, Marty Supreme, Hamnet.
Well, I don't understand.
Best Casting went to One Battle for Another.
Well, it has Benito in it.
Yeah. Best Makeup went to Frankenstein. Good choice.
Okay.
Best Costume Design, Frankenstein. Best Animated Short, no one cares. Documentary, and that's it. Yeah.
I think that
I'm glad F1 won though.
Well, I've been watching. How do you say it? Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival.
Sure.
Cannes.
Yeah, the two Cannes.
Is it
Cannes.
That's how everybody says.
Cannes.
Cannes. I think it's Cannes. But I watched the Phoenician Scheme panel with everyone on that, and it just seemed like everybody loved the movie. Like everybody was talking about it. They were engaging with it. But a 6.6 on IMDb, I don't get it. I don't get it. It was so good. I feel like it's very different from his other movies, but it's funny because that's another thing I love about Wes Anderson is he just is so consistent.
Yeah.
So he announced his next movie basically at the Phoenician Scheme Cannes Festival.
Did he like
panel.
throw out a title, or he just says
I
he's
don't think
working on
he
something?
threw out a title, but he was like, I've been working on a script with these guys, and that's. I want to talk about Wes Anderson, but we should end the episode. So,
Yeah.
Sinners and One Battle After Another. Congratulations.
No.
I feel like there were a lot of other movies that should have won.
Yeah.
But something I'm starting to realize is that art is subjective. So
Yeah.
some people are gonna like some stuff.
Well, the Oscars are rigged too, but that's
yes,
different.
I
story.
love Wes Anderson because he's a very unique film director and he tells very unique stories. I think that it's very profound, and I think it's very deep in a way that maybe on the first watch you're not really going to understand it, but on the second watch I think you can appreciate its depth a little bit more. I really love the scenes of death in the Phoenician Scheme when he's having visions of his death and he wants to change his life around in a sense. And I felt like that was very profound, and I'm not calling anybody who likes Sinners and One Battle After Another stupid, but I understand if you didn't grasp the significance and beauty of the Phoenician Scheme or Train Dreams, because they are very emotionally mature films.
Yeah.
But everyone can like their own things.
Yeah. You still have yet to finish Train Dreams.
Yeah.
You should,
All right,
you should.
goodbye, everybody. That's a wrap.
Yep.